Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle.
Let's play B-Migs.
It's time to play the game. Everybody scream his name. B-Migs, don't be a loser.
Whoa!
B-Migs, you're a loser.
It is time for B-Migs, and it's Tuesday, so let's turn down for Julio Gulio.
Turn down for what?
Wow.
Oh, okay. So we had a couple of hours, still couldn't get better than that, huh?
No. That was a great baseball bat hitting a ball sound.
Yeah, I'm not.
No.
No.
I guess we'll work on it.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I feel like that's
there's a lot of work. Yeah, I mean, it's not the best work, but I mean, some effort was put forth.
No effort was put forth, really. None at all.
See, look at that. It's so great.
I'll record that, and then we'll up it, and we'll put echo on it, and then
Yeah,
Put
that'll
some
make it better.
reverb on it, make it sound like it's coming out of the stadium.
That's that lipstick on a pig moment that we're having right now.
yeah, polish on the turd.
Yeah, it's kind of like our show. Let's get to our contestant. We've got John in Everett. John, are you there?
I am there.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here. Goodbye. For those playing at home, John will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. John, you can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I am, I hope.
Which year of the early 90s did the Colorado Rockies play their first MLB game?
1992.
No.
1993.
Yes. Borat comes from which country?
Yugoslavia.
No.
Pass.
How many boroughs are there in New York City?
5.
Yes. What rapper starred in the 2005 family comedy Are We There Yet?
Eminem.
No.
Pass.
Disney's Sword in the Stone was a take on the legend of which king?
King Arthur.
Yes. Troy Polamalu formerly played football for which pro team?
Seahawks.
No.
Broncos.
No.
49ers.
No. For how many years did Bob Barker host The Price is Right?
75.
No.
That's it.
20.
No. 1, 2, 3 correct.
Not the best of showings.
No, not the worst. I mean, it'll be very hard to get the worst showing ever, and so, it was the worst so far today. But who knows? These might be tough ones for Steve. He's still working on his baseball bat sound, so maybe he'll be preoccupied. I don't think it's going to happen, but...
Yeah, I would be surprised that he wasn't working on them at all.
Steve, you're back. Are you ready? Whoa, look at that.
Is that
Didn't
better?
that sound great?
No.
Oh, okay, fine. Yes! In which year of the early 90s did the Colorado Rockies play their first MLB game?
In the what?
Early 90s.
92.
No.
91.
No.
90.
No.
Damn it, 93.
Yep. Borat comes from which country?
Slapistan?
No.
Skakistan?
No.
Tequila.
No. How many boroughs are there in New York City?
5.
Yes. What rapper starred in the 2005 family comedy Are We There Yet?
Ice Cube.
Yes. Disney's Sword in the
movie.
Stone was a take on the legend of which king?
Excalibur.
No.
Oh. Zeus.
No.
King Arthur.
Yes. Troy Polamalu formerly played football for which pro team?
That would be the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes.
Penguins.
For how many years did Bob Barker host The Price is Right?
50.
No.
60.
No.
40.
No. What 1991 movie featured the Charlie Sheen character Topper Harley?
Topper Harley. Is that Young Guns?
No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Steve.
Wow.
You snuck by with a win, 4-3. Thought it was a tough one. We thought John did bad, and you did too. So
yeah, you both did bad. Well, sorry about that, John, but we knew this was coming.
Yeah. A lot closer than thought it would be, though. Well, win's a win, so I guess you can.
Yeah, I mean that's
proud
true. Yep. I mean, you did win.
Look, if the Mariners win 11-1 or 5-4, they still won.
It's true.
Wisdom.
Thank you.
You figured out it was 93 when the Colorado Rockies first played their first MLB game. Does anybody know what country Borat comes from?
Is it Kazakhstan?
Yes.
Kazakhstan. Yeah, Kazakhstan.
There you go.
Yes. I had stupid BJ Slapistan.
I know. I was like, well.
Thank you. Finally, the brainworm worked.
It did.
Does anybody know how many years Bob Barker hosted The Price is Right?
I'm going to say 35.
No.
Oh.
You were really close there, though.
Well, is it 30?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, if I had more guesses, I would have got
Same.
it.
Yeah.
If I had one more guess, I would have got it.
Well, you already had like 3 or 4 at that point.
Yeah, but the one after that, I stopped at 40. The next thing would have been 30.
Okay. Now I thought this was going to be a shoo-in for Steve. I thought you were going to get this. The 91 movie that Charlie Sheen played the character named Topper Harley.
Couldn't think of it.
Is it Hot Shots or Hot
Yes.
Shots Part 2?
Part 1. It's Hot Shots because that was the 91 movie.
That was a great movie.
Funny enough, I've seen it and I love it too.
Yeah,
I watched
It's just a dumb comedy.
It's super dumb. It's just like along the lines of like Naked Gun, or any of those sort of movies.
It was like Naked Gun from Wish, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes,
yeah.
I've never heard it that way, but yes.
How did you see this movie, Vicky? Because you were a tiny, tiny child
Yeah,
when
I
it
should
came
not
out.
have seen the movie when it came out. I watched it a lot.
Okay.
I just thought there's a part where he takes a chicken and uses it as like a weird machine gun, and I thought that was hilarious.
All right. Well, look at that. See, there are some movies that, you know what, you've watched in their entirety and appreciated it, but man, that's way ahead of your time. Was that you with your dad?
Yeah, I think they had it on, and I watched it, and anytime I'd see it on, like, I think I had a crush on Charlie Sheen then, too, being a little kid.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So that might have been it, too.
Guess that means you have a crush on Coke, too.
Okay.
And Tiger Blood.
Yeah, that's it. Winning.
Wow.
Wow, Hot Shots, man. That's a long time ago. I wonder if that movie holds up.
I'd still watch it.
I don't think
I bet
it would.
you it does not.
No.
Yeah. It's funny. See, that's the thing about life, man. Vicky watched it enough so that, yeah, it's a part of her life that she loves, but had she never seen it, I'm wondering if she would really like it.
I feel like this was Scary Movie before Scary Movie came out.
Totally. Yeah.
It's like, I think, weren't they making fun of, at least in the first one, I feel like they were making fun of, what was that? The one that's coming out with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Top Gun.
Top Gun. And then the second one, I feel like it was a spoof off of Rambo.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. And speaking of that, Tom Cruise, of course, has got Top Gun 2 coming out next month.
Are they calling it Top Gun 2 or is it just like Top Gun?
Top Gun Maverick.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
okay.
They're not saying Top Gun 2, but it is the second Top Gun
it's
movie.
Top Gun colon
Right.
Maverick.
Yeah.
I feel like they're like I don't know if they want to distance themselves from the original. Obviously not so much that they don't change the entire name.
Oh, there's a big storyline based on the original, so I mean, they're really
crap.
not.
So I need to watch the first one in order to enjoy the second one?
Yes,
Well-
you should. Yes, absolutely.
Well, here's the now it's Gen X, or at least trying to make another Gen X, or at least they're in the same demo. They spell it out in the trailer. So really, Steve, I think the important thing you're going to need to know is in the trailer,
Okay.
and you shouldn't have to watch the first Top Gun.
I've already watched the trailer, so I'm good for that.
Well, we talked about, the idea that Tom Cruise, man, I don't know if you want to do a Tom Cruise movie because he makes you do stuff because he loves to do stuff. And apparently everything that we're going to see in Top Gun Maverick is going to be legitimate, even down to the actors flying in the F-18 jets. He put together a special aviation training program for the actors because he wanted them in those jets. He wanted them flying those jets.
See,
Which is
I think you're
insane
right,
to me.
dude. Like, I think being in a Tom Cruise movie would be pretty awesome, but you'd probably regret it like soon into it. You're like, I'm in a Tom Cruise movie. There's gonna be all these eyes on this product this project that I'm a part of. But then you realize I have to work a lot harder than I usually do. Tom Cruise is.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I get it. He probably wants to have, a feather in his cap that this wasn't CGI. we shot this practically. And so he went to the Navy and the Top Gun school, and they got together to say, all right, how can we shoot these all naturally, because we're going to fly in F-18s. And, of course, Steve, your buddy Jerry Bruckheimer, the producer,
your buddy,
also
Steve, he hasn't been texting me back. I think I might have pissed him off.
He made you the first Kraken. I mean, it's,
and then quickly pulled it from me.
Yeah. Jerry said that the aviation sequences had to be real, so the actors went through 3 months of, quote, grueling training. It is something to see this, because I saw the training that the actors in the Halo TV show went through in order to bulk up to be able to be basically the Master Chief and the Silver Team. And I'd be done. It's like, look, I went to acting school, I did all this, and now I got to go be grueling workout. No, I'm not. I got to go learn how to fly a plane, a jet. Wow.
It's got to be an awesome movie, though. I got to imagine it's going to be great.
It does make me kind of want to see it. How about they had to train? And I would have been out at this, because I don't think I could do this. They trained, including an underwater program where they learned how to get out of an aircraft when it landed in water.
Yeah, I'm hard passing on that. Like, Tom, it's been nice, but I'm going to go back to my Hallmark films.
Yeah. And then you're an actor, and he's like, I also want you to learn how to operate the cameras, because they had to be their own director while they were in the air. And so Tom says, I'm teaching him cinematography and lighting, so they understood what it's going to look like on camera. I'm like, wow, are you kidding me, just to do this movie?
He's everybody's parent. He's just trying to prep you for the real world, man.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, he says he's very proud of what everybody's accomplished, and he says each one of them are very extraordinary.
Hey,
Tom Cruise's children.
Can I just put a GoPro on my helmet or around my
that's
neck?
all I need. Can't we green screen this? Come on, okay? I mean, Lou, really? I mean, you and McGregor didn't actually have to, go to Tatooine and run around, did he? I mean, he really, a lot of that stuff they did. Okay.
Well, that's always the thing with Vince McMahon and wrestling, because they're always like, Vince will never ask anyone to do something that he's not willing to do himself. The problem is he's willing to do everything and anything, even at his age. Like, he's in his 70s. And it was a couple years ago where Rob Gronkowski was a part of a WrestleMania, and I think it was him. And he was going to have him something where he's going to jump off like this little balcony thing. And Gronk's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I could do that. And Vince is like, get out of the way. I'll show you how it's done. And he did it during the test run. And he's like, in his late 60s, if not early 70s. And he's like, if I could do it, you could do it. And it's like, geez, yeah, I guess. Thanks, Vince.
No, thank you.
I feel like Tom Cruise is like that.
Yeah, no, thank you. I won't be in this movie. I won't be in this wrestling. No, thank you. Damn. It is time for Listeners on the Loose. This is where you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. We got your calls. We got your texts. We're going to take those at 917 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino. Listeners on the Loose, where you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Just remember, when you get on this fine program, make sure you follow Steve's rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ, and that's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're going to have to gong ya. And then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Somebody want to know, BJ, have you watched The Batman yet?
I've watched 2/3 of The Batman.
Oh, that's impressive. Nice. So was that about 4 hours to watch that, right?
Yeah, it really. I thought I could do it. I thought I'd be able to get through it, and I thought, I might be tired tomorher.
That's exactly me with the Kraken. I watched 2/3 of the Kraken game last night and fell asleep in the third period.
Me too.
Yeah. So, but I've watched basically 2 of the 3 hours of it. So I pretty much have enough of the vibe of it. I haven't seen the end, but I pretty much, at this point, you get the vibe of the movie. And I understand why some people don't like it. And I understand why some people are just like in love with this movie. So, a lot of folks who are a fan of, the detective version of Batman, where he's really solving crimes. He's almost a Sherlock Holmes in the way he does things. There's that portrayal of him in the comics and in some of the animated shows.
Right.
This movie does that a lot. And, Bruce Wayne, I have to say, I like Robert Pattinson's version of Bruce Wayne because when you think about what happened to him, even though we've all seen the origin story, his parents are killed.
Whoa.
He really should be more messed up as a human being, even though he's able to put on a face and do stuff. But in this, it's year 2 basically of him being the Batman, and he doesn't know how to put on the game face yet.
Gotcha.
And I think that actually there's a good reason for that. The guy has been going through his whole life to the point where he's basically now fighting crime in a city that's a cesspool. So I like it. It's surely not like any other Batman movie I've seen, but I really do like it. Will I watch it multiple times? Ooh, that's another, I don't know about that. Just like I like The Joker, but would I watch that multiple times?
I won't watch it once just to spite Caesar because he wants me to see The Joker so bad.
Well, Caesar wants us to watch the Batman a lot too.
I know, but he told me, he's like, if you watch Batman before you watch The Joker, we'll be very mad at you. So I'm like, of course now I'm going to watch the Batman.
Yeah.
And still
I don't
never
think you're
watch
gonna
The Joker.
I don't think you're going to like the Batman, Steve.
Dude, I love all the Batman movies.
Yeah, I'm not sure you're going to go for this one.
Why?
First of all, it's 3 hours.
Well, I don't watch anything in one sitting, so time is of no essence to me.
All right. Look, you will pleasantly surprise me if you like this movie.
Okay. I love Wonder Woman 1984.
Yeah, baby.
That wasn't surprising me. That was just a troll, and Rev was high. None of you have watched the damn movie, seriously.
I watched it seriously. I didn't watch it in a joking way.
I can't talk to you about Wonder Woman.
I did. It's funny you say that, though, because I saw a few people they're having the debate of the new Spider-Man movie versus the new Batman, and it seemed like the overlying argument seemed to be for a lot of people were just like, I could watch the Spider-Man movie multiple times. I can only watch that Batman movie once, but both are great.
Yeah, I would, and the reason being is that the cool thing about the Batman movie is the plot. It's a whodunit. Mm-hmm. And I still don't know who done it. There's still a long way for me to go. And there are great performances in this movie. I really think that John Turturro is in it. You remember him as the Jesus and the Big Lebowski and other stuff.
Oh yes,
yeah. He's fantastic in it. And oh gosh, who's the actor that plays the robot in Westworld? Who's the assistant of Anthony Hopkins? Jeremy Wright.
Oh.
Jeffrey Wright. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Rev.
Man, come on.
Yeah, Jeffrey Wright is great as Commissioner Gordon.
Texture said they didn't like the casting of the Riddler, though. They thought the Riddler was horrible in their opinion.
I actually like the Riddler, even though I see what they mean because of what we've seen of the Riddler before. And I really like Gotham's Riddler, and I don't know the actor who played him, but the TV show Riddler I really liked, the new one. But I do like what they did with this guy because this city's a cesspool. It really, really, like everybody's horrible. And Zoe Kravitz, I think that's Zoe Kravitz, right?
Yes.
She's a great Catwoman. Yeah, she might be my favorite Catwoman.
That's what Caesar was telling me.
Yeah,
that's right. He just messaged me saying how there's the Catwoman is so hot in Batman.
Yep. Yeah, look, she's hot, but I'm actually saying her acting chops and the character. And she's also very attractive.
You get anyone to be a good actress.
Yes, but I would agree. You could Spider-Man No Way Home. Sure, you can watch both. It's like it's a fun ride. But this is a great whodunit. But a lot of the greatness of the movie is when you know whodunit. Then I don't know what's the rewatchability. It's like The Sixth Sense. What is the rewatchability of that movie because you know what's going to happen? So, but I like them both. Yeah, it's a good. So far, so good.
Well, man, I do want to see it. So
You're never going to see it.
Friday night. That's the hope.
I believe in you, Steve.
That's the hope. I've never heard anybody I hope I'll get to watch something I want. Yeah, you don't want to watch this.
I'll watch it if you watch it.
I'm planning on watching it unless there's a Kraken game. I don't know what's the schedule. I'm not a man that looks that far ahead in life.
You're going to watch 3 hours of this, Danny? You don't like superhero movies?
Well, I like Batman, though.
Unfortunately,
and
Steve,
emo Batman.
It looks like the Kraken are playing the Wild at 5 p.m. on Friday.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. No, because by the time Tatum's put down to sleep around 7:30ish, 8 o'clock.
And that's 3 hours of after you being up this so early in the morning, you are definitely going to fall asleep in the first act.
I guarantee that it's not going to be all 3 hours. We're going to watch maybe a good hour of it.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to do the episodes. You're fine.
By the way,
and then Sid will fall asleep, and then, like a good husband, I will stop watching it and watch professional wrestling.
I will say this: it's a PG-13 movie, so there's not a lot of gore, which is actually in a way makes it a cooler movie, if you ask me, because it really focuses on the whodunit and, all of the emotional undertones as opposed to just letting the gore do the talking. So I was surprised by that.
Celebrate a Kraken win and watch the Batman.
There you go.
Okay. I know that...
I still believe in you, Steve.
It's not going to happen. Yeah. I mean, all right, Monday morning, we'll see if you've watched any part of the Batman. Because you also have Saturday and Sunday, too.
No, I don't have Saturday.
Okay, fine.
Sunday, I could maybe make it happen. But
it's not going to happen.
That's the worst schedule.
Your wife falls asleep. You're going to watch wrestling. You're not going to watch the Batman.
Not wrong.
Right?
Yeah, it's over.
I'm going to try. That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's all I can tell
Danny,
you. Friday,
are you going to do it? Or
we'll live group chat you guys throughout the entire time. We'll watch it. We'll start at the same time.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
And
Danny's going to text you and going to go, "Are you doing this, Steve?" And you're going to say nope. And Danny's going to go, "Well, I'm out."
No, I'll say, give me 5 minutes. I'll be like, all right. And then we'll just start group chatting all you guys.
Yeah. Okay.
As we react to the Batman.
Yeah, well, I got you guys on mute, so I don't care.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'd like to give you a hard time, but so do I. Once a group chat comes into my phone, it instantly goes into do not disturb.
Yeah, exactly.
It could be a group chat with like the entire roster of the Seattle Kraken. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would text me, but you never know.
You never know.
They're probably going to tell you that they're all going to be watching the Batman too. So right after the game.
Did you see not all of them, but a lot of the guys on the Kraken came to the game rocking Macklemore's clothing line for like his golf clothing line?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I can't remember the name of it. It's like Boogie Woogie or something.
Bogey Boys, I think.
Bogey Boys.
Like, because it's a golf, bogey.
Yeah. And so they were all wearing them differently, but they all had pretty much the exact same shirt, except for one of the. I think Adam Larson didn't because he doesn't play golf. So I think he was just like, F this. Plus, he just seems like that kind of guy that's just like, I'm not doing that. That's stupid. So he just didn't do it.
Do you think that he basically tightened him up with those, or they went out and got them themselves?
Oh, I 100% think he gave them to them.
Yeah.
And I think that they thought it would be funny if they all showed up wearing them. But, hockey players are superstitious. Most athletes are.
Yeah.
For all we know, that's all they're going to wear now going into games until they lose.
Yeah, because you're right, because they won wearing those. Yeah, okay.
Right.
Yeah. All right. That's fun. Well, I'm glad they're having fun with it. I mean, it's a great launch. I mean, so all the stuff we've seen so far with Marchand and Macklemore being these minority owners now, I think that's great.
It's cool, but I mean, you can make that happen really quickly, but you can't make a mascot appear.
Okay, well, we knew this was going to go. Well, we knew this would rear its ugly head.
Maybe Ryan Lewis could be the mascot. He's not doing much with Macklemore these days. So.
Okay, fine.
What if Marchand coming in, the mascot's going to be like the Beast
or Beast Mode?
Beast Mode,
and it's just like a cartoon version of Marchand.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And what's it going to do? Like be dressed in a football outfit? I mean,
no, he'll be in a hockey gear with a Beast Mode jersey. Although he can't wear 24 unless we pull that jersey from Alexiak, which might have to happen for jersey sales.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the mascot just throws Skittles at people.
Yes, incorporate those Skittles.
All right. Okay. Well, I mean, look, right now it's better than what we have. So I'll just take a mascot.
Why is your mascot a cartoon version of Marshawn Lynch?
Yeah, I'm sure that.
Why not?
Why not?
Well, because what else? You pick the topic. You guide the show. It is Listeners on the Loose. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. We'll take more of your calls and more of your texts at 9:33 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Oh, great text. My favorite text of the morning. Just saw a super hot girl picking her nose at a red light. High five.
All right, there we go.
See?
She's a keeper.
I think everyone, did we all just assume we're in like our own little bubble and no one can see us when driving?
Not since the Seinfeld bit about it.
What's this? I can't remember the Seinfeld.
It was the
bit.
one where he was scratching his nose, and then people were like staring at him as the nose picker.
Yes.
He's like, "No, I was just scratching my nose."
Oh, yeah. I have a chair in my house that used to be, which I thought was my bubble chair, but ever since they built this new house next to me, I'd like, I got to be careful. Because, I mean, I did whatever I wanted to do in that chair when I was home alone because...
Oh, wow.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I mean, there was nobody there. It was just all tree, it was just trees and nothing. And now I forget, but it's like been 20 years of me sitting in that chair, just, used to being able to, if I want to dig for gold, whatever.
You don't want to pull a B. Ted Smith, as we learned at the roast.
Yeah.
You guys weren't there for that.
No.
Oh, that was a revelation.
Well, it was brand new information. And I could picture it because I know exactly where he lives. He's street level. So he's like, his apartment is on the same level as everyone walking around in Capitol Hill. And it's a rather busy street.
So he's, it was revealed to us that he's taking care of business with his blinds drawn. So like he got caught
Just a couple weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
That wasn't even presented as a joke. That was just a nice tidbit of information.
There was no punchline to that roast. It was just, and I think it was brought up twice.
Yeah.
Oh.
and it's just like, why would you leave your blinds open? I mean, laziness is one thing, or if, you realize, oh, hey, now's the time. I still think I could probably keep myself in the mood and still close those blinds.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, with that. And if not, you can kind of recover rather quickly.
I would think.
You can power back up rather fast.
I'm sure there's a lot of inspirational material out there. Yeah. And he didn't deny it. Yeah, you'd move.
I think I'd have to move.
You mean his neighbors or him?
Why not both?
I'm moving if I'm his neighbor. I'm out.
Or I just get super tinted, something to put on the actual thing. So it's just there'll never be a chance of this happening again.
Yeah, that's the whole idea of blinds, isn't it? You really, privacy,
Could you imagine walking around? What if I was and you just look over and you just see someone just doing that?
That would be that. What do you do? Do you? You really wonder, is this guy doing this on purpose? I think we're in a time now. I would think he was doing it on purpose.
I would think he was doing it on purpose if he was standing right at the window. Yeah. But if he was sitting on his couch, I'd be like, this poor guy forgot.
Yeah.
Or he just got too caught up in the moment and didn't even think about it.
I was picturing he was sitting, looking towards the window this entire time.
Oh, wow.
Not necessarily looking out the window, but making it look like he is looking out the window, or could be interpreted that way. And that's where I would be like, nope, I'm just going to keep walking.
Because I remember what one person did when I used to be an apartment manager. They called the apartment manager to tell us that there's a guy on the second floor of our apartment complex standing out in front of the big window in the living room, shirtless and just going to town. And this poor woman just walking by, just didn't know what else to do, so she just called the call box.
Yeah,
you had the button for the apartment manager, and that was just such a dude. That was one of the many reasons why I was like, my time is short as an apartment manager. This is because then you have to go up there and confront this guy, who was just cranking it. And then you're knocking on the door and he's not answering. You're like, dude, I know you're in there. We need to talk. And then he opens up the door and, let's just say he never got to finish what he started, and you can see that in his sweatpants. And he tried denying it. And I'm like, dude, hey, why am I making this up?
Wow.
B, someone called. And C, I can tell what's going on through your sweatpants.
Yeah, that's. Did he try to shake your hand, or did you?
We just fist bumped.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, you're like COVID protocols, sir, even though we don't even know what COVID is right now, but I'm still going to do that.
And then a few days later, you see him there with his significant other parking and getting groceries out, and you're just like, okay, this is not the life I need to live. I don't need this information, and I don't want to have to I don't know, accidentally be like, hey, you've been cranking it recently? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, you got to say those things. What's the conversation with the significant other? Honey, I'm going to go to the store. Okay, sweetheart, I'll just be standing by the window taking care of myself.
Right.
It's like, wow, I would not have, if you told me, okay, what do you think if this guy was single or with somebody? I would have said single.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's doing this with a significant other, like he's got a relationship and also he stands in front of the window.
Nature calls, I guess. Yeah, dude.
Wow.
I just remember thinking when a call happened and you're talking to the person and they're telling you what happened, all I wanted to say, you have to be effing kidding me. Nope. But you have to be like, I'm sorry. Thank you for that information. It's not like I'm responsible for it. It's not like when we asked him if he liked doing that, and he said yes. So that's why we put him on the second floor as opposed to the first floor.
Oh yeah, of course. Right. We really tailor these apartments to our clients' needs.
That's why even when we went to the Kraken game, we're walking by my old apartment complex where this all happened, and I was like, oh, there's where I used to live, and I'm like, oh, there's where that guy was cranking it on the second level.
Mr. Stroker was over there on the second floor.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Speaking of the Kraken, somebody brought up a question because we were talking about how Marshawn Lynch and Macklemore are minority owners now.
Yes,
of the
sir.
team. I think they each have 1%, which I don't even know what that equates to.
I don't know. I don't know if they're going to make any money from this at all.
Right. What do they get out of this?
Probably more money than we all have. That, you know what the sad part is they probably, with 1%, they probably make more in a year than all of us combined.
But I mean, at best, I mean, at least they get a jersey with their. They didn't even get a name on it.
One would hope.
It's an owner in their number.
Free Zamboni rides.
There you go.
Yep,
Got that.
McLemore was able to let his kid ride the Zamboni in between the second and third period, I believe.
Go to any game you want.
Probably got Marshawn probably got to bring his Seahawk friends in for free.
I would imagine.
But someone asked this question: if you were going to be a minority owner of any team, which would it be and why?
You can guess me right off the bat.
Red Sox?
Oh, well, you know what? I was thinking of the Mariners because I thought it was because I live here.
Yeah.
And actually, I would not mind being a minority owner of the Mariners because it's still a great ballpark, and I will say that it's a ballpark that's recognized by everybody. So to be able to be in this ballpark, it's a great there's no better place to be. And I'm a Red Sox fan, but T-Mobile Park is one of the best in the league. It's just a great place. And even I was watching the Red Sox game, and Dave O'Brien, who was kind enough to let me come in the booth one time when they were visiting, even he was just like, dude, that ballpark is so sweet. I love going there every time we travel to Seattle.
And it's crazy because it's now kind of old, even though it doesn't look it, but like it's 20 years old.
Yeah, and it looks amazing, and it's still. I mean, when other announcers who basically do travel all over the place when they call games for their team still call it out and go, hey, because I have not heard them say that a lot about, other fields before, but they always call out, say, T-Mobile is a great place. I'd like to see Target Field, because that's new, see how that compares. Mm-hmm. I know there's a couple of other new ballparks out there that I can't think of right now, but I still feel like ours is still one of the best at 20 years old.
I'm thinking, maybe the Hawks now they finally got rid of Russell Wilson. I think I'd be okay with being
you're right.
owner.
Get rid of that cancer. Now you're ready to invest in the team.
But no brain. I mean, I'm cracking all the way, and I would like to be in part of and in charge of the mascot scenario that's going on. And,
oh, really? Would you? Boy, you have no puck in this game, do you?
No,
not at all. It's a shock that you would want to actually be a minority owner of the Kraken. I didn't even know you liked hockey.
I know, man. It's okay. I think I get what they're doing. They're trying to score these points.
Yeah, okay.
And they have, I think, 3 quarters to do it.
Yeah, of course. You got it.
2 half times.
Yeah.
I think I got it.
All right. Well, let's see.
I think Sounders,
100%. Yeah. Especially now, who knows if Russell Wilson's going to sell his stake? So at that point, there's going to be shares up for.
That's a good point. He'll probably sell it and then buy some Denver FC
if he hasn't
already.
Whatever the hell
they are.
Yeah.
What are they? The Denver A-holes? Is that the MLS
team they have? Yeah. If that was, that would be my team.
Yeah,
the Denver.
All right. And now Rev is also, I think, an easy pick since he's not really a sports guy.
Yeah, absolutely, 100% the Kraken.
Vicky's the one that I don't know. Can we pick any team, or does it have to be a Seattle team?
No, it could be any team. It just said minority owner of any team.
See, that's why Vicky's a conundrum to me, because I know her dad and her love to watch soccer together, and so, I could see maybe a Mexican soccer team, maybe.
See, in my head, I was trying to stay more local, like Washington in general, but it isn't like a major team.
All right.
And it's very close to me.
The Aqua Sox.
The Everett Aqua Sox at Funko Field.
You get all the Funkos.
Oh, Funko Field. Plus, they got a really cool mascot with the frog.
Vic. I totally forgot about that.
Growing up, we went to a lot of those games. Like, I remember that was I got to see Jay Buhner, I think, play there.
Yeah.
And I was so excited. I'm like, oh my God, there he is. And he is bald. I knew it was him because of his head.
Did you think it was a rumor?
No, but it feels more real. I pointed at him out. There was is it him? Is it not? I'm like, nope, that's him.
I could see, though, a young kid going, he is bald,
He's
Daddy.
Right there. That is him.
That's classic. That's a good. We got. I got to throw out a ball out there at the Aqua Sox Stadium, whatever they call it. Frog Field, I forget what it is.
Now it's Funko Field.
Funko Field, yeah.
It wasn't Funko Field at the time, but that's it's fun. And you're right, Vicky. Sometimes you get to see some stars. You don't necessarily. It's weird with single A and double A. You have a better chance of seeing some of the rising stars sometimes than you do at triple A with the way baseball's working these days. So yeah, that's a good call.
Going back to the mascot thing, so I said, hey, the first signing should be the Squatch, and you could have him until the Sonics return. He could do double duty. He could be a Sonics and Kraken mascot.
He would have his winter fur and his summer fur. He could be more of a white fur Squatch.
Like a polar, I know what
polar Squatch.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be awesome.
I'm for that. I am totally for that. I really would. I would be for that because I miss Squatch. I thought he was one of the coolest mascots in
He
all of
was
sports.
crazy too, dude. He was
Yeah.
doing all those crazy acrobatic things. He snowboarded once down the steps at Key Arena.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome.
Nice.
Well, it's perfect then for ice. I mean, I think we'll get winter squash, polar squash, squash. Yeah, squash, not squash.
I do
Let's
like
get some
the-
winter squash.
Everett Silverton, good luck to the Tips and the T-Birds. I think the playoffs are starting this weekend for those
Oh,
guys.
really?
But,
Okay.
The
All right.
Silver Tips mascot was at Lincoln, I think, and he rides like one of those four-wheelers on the ice,
That's cool.
and he's awesome. I don't know if the T-Bird, I don't know if the Silver Tips will let him go, but maybe we could steal him. They should just
Well,
borrow different mascots until they find a guy.
Make a trade.
Or
I mean,
girl.
we can make a trade, a little purchase. You know, that's big money right there.
Yeah, he's crazy. He comes out on a four-wheeler, man. It's awesome.
Love that.
What,
All
like
right.
ATVs? Is that what they are?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about outdoor stuff.
Yeah, but-
I do know it looks cool.
yeah, that's all that matters. If it looks cool, he's a great mascot.
Totally.
It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. Oh, wait a second. Actually, hold on. We got a big question that's got to be answered. Oh, the phone. This has got to be answered right now.
Uh-oh.
What do Ryan Castle and a toaster have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:51 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a toaster have in common?
My bottom's all crummy.
That's true. Yep. Disgusting, but true.
One texter says, a burning sensation. Both are always toasted,
Yeah, they are.
All right.
and both are kind of crummy.
Hey. So, as a baby boomer, I'm like, are you kidding me? Really? But there's a TikTok video going viral where a woman from a cleaning company asks, when is the last time you cleaned out your toaster tray? And the reason this is going viral is because a lot of people didn't even know toasters had crumb trays. And
Yeah,
some
I'll be
people,
honest, I didn't know that. I just thought you turned it upside down and shook it in the sink.
you really didn't know either. Wow.
That's how I
That's how you
clean
get a crummy
mine.
bottom.
Yeah.
Shake it out.
And some people on TikTok are even celebrating this lady for revealing that there's a hidden compartment in toasters. What?
That's where you keep your money, right, guys?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. No one's ever found it.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah. Well, the worst that could happen is that Ryan Castle is up next with a 12-pack. Sorry. about
Thanks.
that. Yeah, there you go.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
When I went to the Grand Tetons, I was like, I want to see every national park we have.
I saw the Grand Tetons in Oregon when I had steak. I knew that was coming.
I wish I could call you a loser, but in fact, the person who named the Grand Tetons named them because he thought they looked like boobies. So that is exactly
awesome.
why those mountains are called the Grand Tetons. So,
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How much does bankruptcy cost?
Well, bankruptcy costs, of course, vary depending on what type of case you're filing. There's a certain amount of court costs and other out-of-pocket costs that you're going to have in any case. The filing fees in a bankruptcy case are about $300, whether you file Chapter 7 or Chapter 13. One of the things to watch out for when you're shopping for bankruptcy attorneys or looking at the different cost options is that a lot of times, especially the really cheap places, don't tell you up front about all the court costs and whatnot that you're going to have to pay in addition to the attorney fees. So make sure that you get the full picture when you're comparing prices of bankruptcy lawyers on what the attorney fees are, how much your court costs are going to be, so that you can really make a true comparison.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.